Welcome to this segment of Because You Asked. I'm Barry Nussbaum. As viewers of Because You Asked know, for some time we've been reporting on the bizarre behavior that is taking place on college campuses across America. We've been examining what has been causing this transformation of once great colleges into an alternative universe where normal behavior has been largely replaced by a lack of morality, ethics, and free speech. Today, on Because You Asked, we're going to report on yet another deviation from normalcy on yet another American college campus. We will answer the question, who is Phyllis Chessler, and why is her story so important today? Phyllis Chessler is a psychologist and author of 16 books, including the bestseller Women and Madness in 1972. Chessler has written on topics such as gender, feminism, pornography, incest, prostitution, and violence against women. In recent years, she's become widely known for her writings on subjects covering anti-Semitism, honor killings, and Islam. Chessler argues that many Western intellectuals, including leftists and feminists, have abandoned Western values in the name of multicultural relativism, and that has led to an alliance with Islamists, an increase in anti-Semitism, and the abandonment of Muslim women and religious minorities in Muslim-majority countries. It appears that the recent events at the University of Arkansas are proving her thesis correct. Chessler's participation in a University of Arkansas at Fayetteville symposium on honor killings earlier this month was canceled, just days before she was appearing at the event. She was invited to deliver a lunchtime lecture on worldwide trends in honor killings at a conference of violence in the name of honor, confronting and responding to honor killings and forced marriages in the West. It was supposed to take place April 13th through the 14th. Honor killings, just so you know, is the killing of a relative, usually a girl or woman, who was perceived to have brought dishonor on the family. The event was co-sponsored by the law school there and the Saudi Arabia-funded King Fahd Center for Middle East Studies. Now, that's the same Saudi Arabia that strictly enforces Sharia law against women in the kingdom, the country that kills gays, where women can't drive or leave home without an escort. And they imprison and often stone women to death who commit the crime of adultery. You know, adultery, where a woman is raped and has the gall to identify her attacker. Yeah, that's the Saudi Arabia we're talking about, where honor killing goes on constantly and is part of the culture and the religion. 3 professors on campus plotted to isolate and besmirch Chessler, and should their efforts to disinvite her fail, they had a new plan. They wanted a qualified speaker, in other words, one who disagreed with her that would follow her remarks immediately. They wanted the school to publicly withdraw its sponsorship and provide copies of Islamophobia is Racism, a flagrantly biased pro-Islamic bibliography created by academics for distribution at the symposium. To complete their virtue signaling, a statement would be read condemning Islamophobia and bigotry. What a joke. And yet they were successful. Chessler was disinvited. Strict Sharia law triumphed in Fayetteville last week. Chessler's scholarship exposing the horrific crimes of honor killings and forced marriages sank her invitation, not because she's Islamophobic, but precisely because her work undermines the Wahhabi-funded cult of victimology. By its tenets, because all Muslims are victims of Western colonialism and prejudice, no exposure of systemic social problems in Muslim societies, including the brutal slaughter of women, can be allowed, much less supported. In other words, publicizing the horror that women are enduring is not allowed because it makes their form of Islam look bad. I contacted Phyllis and asked her for her input on what she would have spoke about and why she was disinvited. This is what she told me today. Quote, I was going to talk about my 4 published studies on honor killing. Ironically, the data has led me to conclude that human sacrifice is a tribal custom not specific to any one religion, but no religion has abolished it. Hindus perpetuate it in India, but only in India, while Muslims perpetuate it globally and bring it with them to the West. The 3 professors who fought to have me disinvited cared more about defending Palestine and exterminating Israel than they did about my research into Islam. I know this because the other speakers spoke about honor-based violence, including honor killing, and they were not disinvited." Unquote. Chessler was charged with Islamophobia, a verbal weapon created to question the emotional stability of its targets and silence all criticisms of Islam rather than advancing debate. Islamophobia, to the Saudi money and the professors they have bought and paid for, is anyone who is brave enough to tell the truth about what happens to women under Sharia. Phyllis Chessler is one of those brave women. She deserves our support and gratitude for having the courage to speak out truthfully and forcefully. Go to her website, phyllis-chessler.com. Help this brave woman support the truth. It's the right thing to do. Please keep your questions coming to American Truth Project and our social media on Facebook or Twitter. If we select your question, you will get a special gift. You can also write to me directly by sending me an email to barry@americantruthproject.org. And join our mailing list on americantruthproject.org so you can get the latest reports. You'll get them first, and it's free. We're here to answer your urgent questions because you asked. I'm Barry Nussbaum.